Hey everybody, it's your boy Jimbo here. Welcome back to another video. So, if you guys remember my community post that I made about a week or two ago, I had to order a carb kit for the carburetor off of my Stihl 034 Super. Long story short, I took it out a couple weeks or so ago to start it up and see how she's doing, and no start. She apparently has some kind of flooding issue. I even tried unflooding and everything, and it just did it again, even though it did burp initially. So I immediately figured it was a carb issue, brought her back inside, took the carb off the saw, and literally as soon as I turned it over to this side, the metering diaphragm side, I immediately saw the problem, and I can't show it very well with the way the camera is. My camera doesn't have very good focus, so I'll be sticking pictures throughout this video. But the metering diaphragm on this side is both stiff and stuck in an open position, which is no doubt holding that needle down and letting way too much fuel in. So I went ahead and got myself a full-blown replacement kit for it, and this is for the Zama C3A carburetor. You can typically find what kind of carb it is somewhere on the body, like right here. Oops, sorry, where my finger is, right above there. And like I said a moment ago, I already have the replacement kit. The part number is RB31X, and you can typically get these on HL Supply for a pretty good price. It got here pretty quickly too, so great shipping time. I'm going to go ahead and stop my yapping, and we're going to get straight into this. We're going to be replacing all the gaskets and everything, the gaskets, diaphragms, and even the inlet screen in here, regardless of how it looks. And then we're going to slap this back on the saw, take it outside, and then we will see if this saw starts and that this work didn't all go for nothing. We're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver for this, because all of these are Phillips head on this one, which is pretty standard for these. And I'm actually going to start by messing around with the first diaphragm, the one that I know is messed up. Alright, and then we just take this metal cover off. And under here, as you can see, it looks pretty clean. Inlet needle doesn't need to be messed with. It looks pretty clean. The Welch plug and everything looks clean. But this diaphragm, this metering diaphragm, let me see if I can get it off this metal piece here. Can you hear that? That's how you know this bad boy needs to be replaced. It was stuck in a completely different position than it is now, and I'll go ahead and stick a picture in of it right now so you can see what I mean. Yeah, it should not be making that noise. So this one's definitely shot, and it needs to be replaced. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that real quickly. We have our carb kit right here. First one out is our metering diaphragm and the gasket that belongs to it. And I'm just going to make sure of something real quick. Okay, so gasket down first. And yep, there it is. You'll have to forgive me, y'all. It's been a very long time since I've had to do something like this. And then we put down our diaphragm next. And there we go. And now we put back on this this top metal piece. And we're just going to put these screws back in here. Okay, so the gasket and diaphragm on that side has been replaced. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the pump side of the carburetor. It's just that one screw, and then we slip that off. Pump diaphragm doesn't look bad. Yeah, it definitely doesn't smell bad, but we're going to replace it anyway. And that inlet screen looks terrible. I'll go ahead and stick a picture of that in here real quick while I go and grab a small pick to get it out. Okay, everybody. Got the pick tool here. I know the focus on the camera isn't that good, so we're going to go ahead and remove that inlet screen. There we go. Area below the inlet screen looks clean and clear, so the screen was definitely doing its job. There's definitely some gunk in there, but not enough gunk to where it would completely block a fuel flow. And now we're going to go ahead and put in the new inlet spring. Not inlet spring, inlet screen. Sorry if I've been saying that wrong. I'm just going to slip that in here. Okay, so after about 5, potentially 10 annoying minutes, we finally got that inlet screen in here using this little guy right here. Definitely a little way finicky than I remember these things, you know. Then again, it is an inlet screen. So now we've got the inlet screen in. Now we can work with the diaphragms and gasket again. Now this goes on a certain way. You put your gasket on first, and you put it on in a way that it fits both of these holes. Like that, kind of. Nope. Flip it around and do that. Nope. Flip it around and do this. Yep. And then we can put that on like so, and then we can just put that back on. Alright guys, I had to make sure everything was properly aligned, and I think I have it where it needs to be. So now all that's left to do is put this top screw back in. And we're done. This carburetor has been successfully rebuilt. Now the only thing left to do for this video is to slap this baby back on the saw, take her outside, put some fresh gas in her, and let's see if this actually did something. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing will start, and see if that work was for something or if it was all for nothing. I forgot to reconnect the fuel line. Hold on, guys. Alright, I got the fuel line reattached. Let's hear it run. I don't know about y'all, but I think that bad boy's back from the dead. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Now let's put the covers back on. And there you go, everybody. Bada bing, bada boom, zing a zang, zing a zoom. This old girl is back from the dead. Back in black. Or orange and white, anyway. That was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. It's good to know that I still got it and I can still do those repairs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I had fun making it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care, and hey, please stay safe and stay sane in this crazy world. Alright guys, see you in the next one, whenever that may be. Y'all take care.